So MiUi 14, which is Android 13, has been released, and I made a video about that showing you how to update your device if you haven't on the Redmi Note 10s, which is the device that I'm currently using. And I've been using it for a while now, and yeah, there are some things that I want to talk about concerning this update. So if you haven't updated it yet, then hopefully this may, should I say, stop you or maybe encourage you, depends on how you see it. Alright, let's begin. So the major and the most significant thing that has been fixed in this update is the audio issue that I was facing with MiUi 13, which is Android 12. If you go on Reddit and just search for Redmi Note 10s audio issues, you're going to see a lot of people complaining about the issue. And I wish I had it, like I wish I made a video of this issue happening. But basically what happens is that whenever you're on a call, as long as it's an internet-based call, like a call on WhatsApp, Zoom, Skype, do people still use Skype? Whatever, as long as it's just an internet-based phone call, at some point you're going to have audio issues where the audio just stops. The person you're talking to doesn't hear you and you don't hear the person either, and it lasts for like 7 to 10 seconds before the audio comes back again, and after a while it happens again. So this became an issue for me that I had to start using another phone if I wanted to have serious phone calls, like serious video calls, or audio calls on WhatsApp, Messenger, Zoom and the rest. But when it comes to normal phone calls using your SIM card, then that one doesn't have any issues. So that was the major problem I was facing with the phone after updating to Android 12, and after updating to Android 13, which is MiUi 14, that issue stopped. So that is one of the good things about the updates. Besides that, the other updates that I think are okay are just icon changes. Like the fingerprint scanner has a different icon now. If I have a video of the former one, I'm going to show you as well. And next are the dots when you're trying to use the pattern security feature. They used to be far away, like far apart, but now they are closer, which is actually ideal because it's going to be easier to use. Another thing that I think is new, because I didn't really notice this in Android 12, is the memory extension options. I think in Android 12, it used to be just 3 gigs of RAM to expand memory, but now there are 2 more options. You have 2 gigs and 5 gigs as well. I'm not really sure if this is an update, so I'm just putting it just in case. So if you're still on Android 12, you can let me know in the comments if this is not an update, but I think it is. So those are the few good things that I've seen about the update. Alright, so let's move to some of the things that I do not like about this update, and honestly, there are a lot. So the first thing is split screen. Now I'm sure that this split screen issue and every other issue that I'll be talking about can be fixed with an update. So I'm just going to mention them now, and hopefully they are going to be fixed in future updates. Alright, so in the past, if you wanted to do the split screen, all you have to do is just access your recent apps, long press on any of the apps you want to create a split screen with, and then you're going to get the option to create the split screen. But with MiUi 14, if you try to press any of the apps in the recent apps page, well, the phone actually freezes and the options don't even come up. You need to tap the home button or the back button to exit that page. And the only time it works is when you long press on apps that do not support split screen. The YouTube Studio app does not support split screen. So when I long press on it, yeah, the options come up, but the split screen option is not clickable. Another thing that I do not like about this update is that, when you make phone calls and the person answers the phone, your phone vibrates to let you know that the person has answered the call. There's an option on the phone that you can select to activate this feature, but it doesn't work. If you're used to that, you're going to find it annoying that you have to keep looking at the phone to make sure that when the person answers, then you can put it on your ear. That's just another thing that I do not like about this update. There are 3 more things I do not like about this update, and this is the one that pisses me off the most. Now, I am not someone that plays a lot of games on my phone. The only game I play is Call of Duty Mobile. And ever since I got this update, well, to me, playing this game has become... I'm not even going to talk about what happens. I'm just going to show you guys how it looks now.
Hardpoint identified. We tied for the lead. Hardpoint contested. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint is ours. We lost the lead. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Close, fight harder. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint lost. Contact! Hard point identified. Capture the objective. Hard point is ours. Hard point contested.
Honestly, the lags on this game now are extremely horrible. It wasn't this bad in Android 12, but now it is. When it comes to like other games that are not very intensive, because I know that Call of Duty it takes a lot of resources to play that game. I mean, it's almost 20 gigs in size. But if you are playing games that are not that heavy, the phone works fine. But those are not the kind of games I'm interested in, and Call of Duty Mobile is a game that I was playing before the update. I feel like maybe resetting the phone should fix this issue, but at the same time, in the past, I never reset the phone. I have never reset the phone since I got it, and I have been updating the phone, and I haven't had issues with playing Call of Duty Mobile. But ever since I got Android 13, this has started happening. So hopefully in the future they're going to fix this issue. And maybe this is not a problem from the update itself like MiUi 14, but it could be from the developers of the game. It isn't really optimized for Android 13, so it's possible, but to some extent I doubt that. I think it's the update. So yeah, this is the only one that really pisses me off, and I wish it didn't exist. Okay, so here are the last two. I'll assume that most of the people that will be using the Redmi Note 10S will be using it in dark mode and not light mode. But after this update, light mode is now just transparent mode. Looking at the notification panel, it just makes me feel like I am looking at a transparent screen. This is not light mode. With light mode on MiUi 13, everything was completely white. Now this one is just a transparent screen with a blurred background, and the text can be hard to read. If you have a lot of notifications, I feel like it's going to be inconvenient to read because of this light mode that they have going on. So yeah, I just want to say that light mode on MiUi 14 is horrible, and I wish they did not change it to this. So the last feature I want to talk about in this update is something that actually came from Android 12. And I wish they removed in Android 13, which is MiUI 14. And it's when you select a wallpaper, the operating system looks at the colors in the wallpaper and tries to match them whenever you enter the dialing app, which is something I do not like because the colors do not look natural to me, and it means that you have to be specific on the kind of wallpapers you are going to be selecting. It doesn't just affect your dialing app, it also affects your notifications. So if you have a lot of notifications, they're going to take the color of the wallpaper that you have selected. I miss the days when wallpapers only affected your home screen and not the rest of your device. So those are the things that I think about the updates. I'm hopeful that as time goes on, they're going to make improvements on MiUI 14, and all these things, all these minor things will go away eventually. That's my take on MiUI 14. If you don't know how to get MiUI 14, you can watch this video over here. It's going to show you a step-by-step way of doing it. And if you have any other thing that I missed, then you can let me know in the comments. And maybe if I make a future update on this, when I start seeing other things I like or do not like about this new operating system, then I'll talk about that in the next video. Like the video if you find it helpful. I'll be seeing you in the next one.